Hello everyone, welcome to my collective. I am bringing you a message from your Divine Masculine today. Spirit has brought to my attention the fact that the Divine Masculine has a lot that he wants to say, and the energy is just as such as at the moment, where there's a lot of conversation happening in his head, happening in his or her head, happening telepathically, lots of communication with spirit about this, wishing that they could say certain things to you. A sense of knowing and not yet fully being able to put the words into place. I'm sure many of you wonder, like, why would, with channeling the Divine Masculine or channeling the Divine Feminine, whatever it may be, you might wonder, well, what is the point of that? Because if they really want to say something, they'll just say it, wouldn't they? This is how it works, because the Divine Masculine, whether it's a male or female, is the negative polarity. There is a lot that they feel. There is a lot that they know intuitively, and the moment that they find themselves wanting to process it in the mind and put it into words in a way that makes sense, when they listen to it, it doesn't make sense. This is very often why they hold back from saying certain things. And also, sometimes when you declare certain things, it creates an expectation. And if you know that you are moving in a particular direction, or you'd like something, but you don't yet know if it's possible or how it's going to happen, then often you would rather just stay quiet. So that is why I'm bringing you messages from the Divine Masculine. And for those of you who are new, I am High Priestess Elif, spiritual healer, spiritual life coach. I am an intuitive reader. I channel my message. I'm born gifted, so I don't rely on tools to bring you messages, but I do enjoy using the cards. It's another tool for me to just sort of, makes it fun, and I'm able to use it as well to just interpret the messages. But it's important that you know that most of my message is channeled. So what I'm saying to you is me translating energy, impressions, images, whatever spirit is bringing to me based on your message. That is what I'm translating. It is my job to translate it in a way that makes sense to you. So sometimes I'm going to say things that it might seem as though I'm giving you my personal opinion, or I'm making a judgment about something. I'm not. I don't have bias when it comes to your story. I don't know who's going to come here. Only Spirit knows. Your guides and keepers know who of you will be guided to this message, to see these messages, and my guides and keepers know. So I am channeling for the collective. To those of you who are a part of my community already, thank you so much for your likes, your comments. I read them all. They are incredibly kind and inspirational. Some of you you all find yourself in different places, spaces and areas of your journey. And I know that many of you feel very lost and can find yourself feeling very confused. But I want you to know that we've all been there, and it gets better. And even when it seems as though there's no progress, you know, every little step is a step forward, and you will get there. You are not alone. Your guides and keepers are with you. The collective we are all doing our various processes and finding ourselves at various spaces within upon our journey that does impact the collective. And everything you're doing has an impact on the collective. So you're not only doing it for yourself, you're doing it for all of us. We are all in this together. And so you might find yourself feeling a little bit lost, but help is on the way. Okay. As I said, everything that I say is channeled from the time I begin this recording until I finish. I am going to be channeling a message for you, for this collective, from your divine masculine. And the divine masculine that I am picking up on and that I am channeling for has Aquarius in their chart. Sun, moon, or rising. You would know your person's star sign, their birthday. You'll be able to check and see. There's lots of information online, whether they, what is their moon, what is their sun, and so forth. So this is specifically for the divine masculine that has Aquarius in their chart. Okay, I always ask that you take a few deep breaths, settle into your intuition. Settle into the part of you that is soul. Ask your guides and keepers to guide you through this message, to help you to recognize if it is for you or not. If this is in fact a message from your person. And to help you to hear and to understand and to receive the messages that are meant for you. Okay? It is a collective reading. It's not going to fit for everyone. But if it moves you inside, if it creates a stirring, even if it's a little bit uncomfortable, ask your guides and keepers to guide you through it. Sometimes we need to receive messages that we are not very inclined to accept or acknowledge is for us, but we need to hear it. It is part of the truth that we need to absorb, process, to help set us free, to help relieve blockages in certain areas, and to bring us deeper understanding. It's always, we have a clear perspective of the shoes we stand in, but to take yourself out of those shoes sometimes helps, and to hear another perspective can sometimes be very empowering. Okay, so the archangel in the north and south, east and west, they are all burning their sacred flame. You have entered a sacred space. Before I start my readings, I meditate and I open a channel for remote healing for my subscribers. So to those of you who have subscribed, you make it possible for me to channel it in your direction for you and for you to receive it in the areas of love, relationship with yourself, and so forth. Okay, so I am about to begin. As I've mentioned, I am channeling the divine masculine. It could be male or female. I'm not referring to gender. I'm referring to the energy that you embody in the relationship or in the connection. Okay. For this divine masculine who does have Aquarius in their chart, I am going to be bringing you and translating for you their messages, what it is they'd like to be saying, like to say to you, what it is they'd like to tell you and share with you at this time. Okay, so I'm about to begin. I'm going to speak to you as though I'm doing this channeling a little bit differently. I'm going to speak to you as though I'm the mediator. I'm going to share the messages that I receive. Okay. The divine masculine, your person says that they always believed that in order to live your life well, you have to be willing to take a gamble. And they don't expect you to understand the choices that they've made, the risks that they've taken. They don't regret anything that they've done other than the fact that it's hurt both you and them. But they've grown a lot from this experience, and in the discomfort they've experienced, they've realized a lot of valuable insights and truth about themselves, about so many things. And so they can only imagine how much you've been able to connect with, because your person says that you've always been more in tune, you are more connected, and you are very, very wise and able to receive the messages and to have deeper understanding, much deeper than anyone else that they know, or even than they've ever been able to grasp or fathom. There are no regrets here. There is an understanding that nothing's really been lost and so much has been gained. And they are happy that they took the risks. Because for a moment there, they were afraid to move and they didn't like this. So your person says that they've lived by the philosophy that do what you fear, or and and if you're overwhelmed by fear or paralyzed by fear, then just move in the next possible direction. Just make a move, whatever that may be, even if it doesn't end up well, even if it's a mistake. Just make a move. It's better than staying stuck. And that's what your person says they did. They've received so much communication, and your person says they hear you. They hear you in their dreams. They hear you in meditation. Sometimes you just come to mind, and they feel you. They feel the energy that you are sending. They feel your feelings. They feel your thoughts. It's hard for them to describe. It's hard for your person to describe this, but it's a feeling, it's a knowing, and it's a knowing that it's you. This person doesn't, I'm hearing, I don't know if you will ever grasp or know how deeply I love you. This love is bigger than me. It's deeper than me. It's wider than me. It's older than me. And it's stronger than me. I don't have the capacity to describe it. That's what your person says. They don't have the capacity to describe it. They cannot control it. They cannot choose. They are completely, what I'm seeing is, it's like this person that is like a puppet, and the puppeteer has not yet picked up the strings. So this, your person is, I'm seeing that spirit shows me they feel as though they're immobile. There's this force that is so much bigger than them, and they feel that they can't move because they can't control the force. The force has more control over them. This is how they see this love. It's like an energy on its own. It's very interesting. They say they've been speaking about you, and somebody that they've been speaking to of late. Your person really wishes they could share this with you, because this is a person, a relationship that they didn't realize. They didn't realize this person in their life had such wisdom and was so open. This person, they started to speak to this person, and this is someone in their lives. It's a female, an older person, um, and it's possibly family or a family friend. But this person, they started having a random conversation about life, and then the conversation went into this very deep um, direction. And this person started expressing to them an understanding about the soul and spiritualism and the mystics, and they were surprised because they didn't expect this person to be so open-minded. And it led to you somehow, these conversations that they were having. They've had many since the beginning, since the first one, and it's led to you. And your person wants you to know that this person has helped them to see and realize a lot. There is somebody in their life that they realize sabotage this connection with you. And even though they were stuck for a while, and they found they had they had shadow work that they were working through. But the path was always clear, and they realized that the path always kept leading back to the same place, and that is to you. The last time you guys spoke, it wasn't a conversation, it was an argument, and harsh words were expressed. And this marks the end of your relationship. And they wonder if things could ever be the way they were before that. It doesn't look to me like you guys are talking. Your person says that you were so happy together. You were happy. You were happy being around one another. You were happy knowing that you had one another in your lives, and there was so much abundance. And they wonder if that is gone forever. Okay, so now I'm just going to tell you the messages as they come through. I'm going to speak to you. I'm going to translate it directly as the messages come through. I know you don't. I know you might doubt. You have every reason to doubt the fact that I love you. I've kept my feelings a secret for so long, even from myself, that when I realize And when I sit with the emotion and I realize it, I even surprise myself from time to time, because I'm at a place where I can actually allow myself to feel it. It is such a big deal to me that I can't even begin to understand how I kept it quiet. How have I not spoken about this? How have I not expressed this? How have I not expressed it to you? How disconnected could I have been from my own emotions? I still find myself feeling responsible for how other people feel and how people are going to take it when I do what I know I need to do to be with you. I need to cut people off. I need to let them go. I need to close out certain chapters. It's scary for me. I know it won't make any sense to you, but it's scary for me because I am codependent. So being alone is something that frightens me more than I'm willing to admit. I know you know this. I've become better at it. It's become a little bit more comfortable, but there's still this part of me that is afraid that on the bad days, I might not have anyone. So I keep these people around, but they are work, and I really need to let them go. Everything that I've been doing, working on my career, working on my finances, doing my work, I realized the day I met you, it stopped being about me. It became about you. And even that I wasn't willing to acknowledge. Everything that I've done to this point has been for you, so that I can be worthy of you, so that I can feel like I'm worthy of you. There is nobody else for me. No one else makes sense anymore. No one else makes sense anymore. They just don't fit. I try and make where it used to fit, even in my head. I try and do that. It just doesn't make sense anymore. Things are changing, and I don't have any control over it. And I know I'm being forced to move along with those changes. It's crazy because I don't know what to do. I'm releasing myself from self-imposed bondage. A lot of how I used to see things, what I used to believe, no longer applies. It just doesn't make sense anymore. I know that I'm the only person that can set myself free. And where I felt stuck, and I felt like I was stuck because of things and circumstances outside of me, I know that it was me all along. And to be honest with you, I felt safe in being stuck, because then it was an excuse for not moving or doing what I needed to do. But when your own thoughts and your perspectives and your concepts and your ideas start to choke you, you feel like you're suffocating under the weight of them, then you have no choice but to start to move. I have clarity about a lot of things that I didn't have before. And I know when we spoke, I had an understanding into what you were saying, but I didn't fully believe a lot of things. I wasn't honest with myself about my feelings. I wasn't honest with myself about my fears. I wasn't honest with myself about why I was doing the things that I was doing. And people in my life were also not honest with me, and I can't blame them, because you said to me that what I hold dominant is going to keep coming back to me in my life all the time. You said, if you behave in this way, you can't expect other people to behave differently. Well, a lot of the truth has come out. A lot of the truth has come out. And I can't even say I was ever surprised. I was just overlooking a lot of things. Waiting for them, I suppose, to blow up in my face or whatever, because that's what happened. I know that I burnt bridges with you. And this is what's kept me away for some time. But I chose you a long time ago. I don't know if what was there before is even still there. I don't know what's left there with you after I burnt my bridges with you. I pretend that I don't regret anything. And I understand that there's a reason why things happen. But I am ashamed at the way I treated you. Because you really didn't deserve that. And if anybody else had treated you that way, I would have wanted to knock their front teeth out. And I'm that person. I'm still hopeful though. I'm hopeful, and I believe that everything's going to work out in the way that they should. I'm in my head a lot from time to time, a lot more than I should be. But I really, really believe that we're meant to be in one another's lives, and things are going to work out. I can't tell you how, but that's what I believe. I've experienced a lot of betrayal since we broke up and since we had our fight. And I deserve it, and you called it, so you won't be surprised by it. And so those cycles, they've closed. They closed out automatically. This person that I chose over fighting for you, or over fixing things with you, or over making you a priority, looks really good on paper, attractive, sexy, fun, but that's just how I wanted to see this person. Because honestly, the time that I've been investing in that person, there was nothing fun about it. I think, and this is what I think I made this person bigger in my head than what they really are. And after meeting you and things going the way that they did, and then me shifting my focus to this person and searching for that illusion, I kept being disappointed. This person ended up just playing games, And not only with me, with other people as well. I knew a long time ago that I want to make a leap of faith towards you, but to be honest with you, I've just been I was in my ego too much. And I was just worried that I don't have the strength to actually do it, to see it through, you know, to actually just release everything that's been and move towards you, even though that's what I really want to do. But there's new energy, hey? I feel different. Things feel different. Even when I try and talk myself out of stuff, when I try and think myself out of a situation, which I'm very good at doing because that's how I protect myself, everything's different. I have this desire to come towards you. I have this desire to be with you, to just look into your eyes. I have this desire to see your smile, and it's like an obsession. And I really, really just want a new start with you. But where do I start? Where do I start? And then, when you start something, you need to know you have the capacity to finish it. I feel foreign to myself. I feel strange to me. So when I try and plan or see the story, how it's going to go, what I'm going to do, how I can't see it clearly. And I know that I need to let go, and I need to trust, and I need to have faith, and I need to just go with it and move with it. But I almost feel like you deserve more than that. You need you deserve a clear and concise plan. And that's where I'm at right now. That's what I'm stuck with. For me, I really hope you know, and the thing I'm dying to tell you more than anything else is that for me, there is only you. Since the first day that I saw you, I knew that you are incredibly special. And every day since, that truth has just magnified. And even when I tried to push you away and push everything away, it hasn't worked. This is not just love. This is something more. And I don't think that I'll ever find the words to be able to describe it, but hopefully I won't have to. And you'll just know. And hopefully we'll get to a place where we don't need so many words, because I find myself getting lost in them. That is your message. Collective, that is your message from your person. That is where they are at the moment. This divine masculine has Aquarius in their chart. If this is your message, it'll resonate, it'll feel right, and I trust and I believe that it's brought you some comfort and some understanding. Wherever you may find yourself at this moment, allow yourself to receive the guidance and the love and the support, and to ask your guides and keepers to guide you through your process. If you're on a twin flame journey, this is a spiritual awakening, and that is what this is about. I wish you well. For those of you who would like to get a personal reading, because you'd like to get guidance or insight into your own personal situation, as I said, this is a general, a collective, then you're welcome to contact me. My email is in the description box below. I wish you well. Do what is best for you. Love yourself first. Be kind to yourself. Love and light. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye now.